Hello and welcome to part 43. So we want to finish or start first the backside here. So let me just show you an image. So we want to prepare the backside of the 303 with those jacks, or the openings for the jacks. Alright, so let's get started. So let me just hide some stuff we don't need here. And let me turn on that layer and just delete that and the layer as well. And then we take that object here. Let's move the pivot here. DV, middle mouse, snap that there. And then let's just check something here under duplicate special. Let's just hit Control D, duplicate it, and then R, scale it -1 in X. Hit Q on the keyboard, then select both objects, combine those, and then again go to vertex and select all those and merge. And we could, we want to just delete this edge loop here. Let's just delete it now. And then with that object here, so we're only focusing here on that backside. We go to the top view and then select all those faces. So we have everything selected, but not the backside. So let's go here to select and inverse. So with the backside selected, let's separate or duplicate the faces to a new object. Should be here under that group. Let's unparent that from the group, so Shift P. And then let's select the original object and put it on a new display layer and just hide it. So with that, let me turn on the grid. I want to work from the top view now. So let me center the pivot and then rotate 90 degrees here in X. And then move it up and hold down X to grid snap. Put it on the grid, and then I also want to rotate it in Y another 90 degrees. And then I move it, hold down X and middle mouse, and put it right into the center of the grid. And now let's go to the top view. Okay, so might want to rotate it back. Or just another, so rotate it 180. So that we have it here from the top view like that. And then let me insert that image here as a image plane, and I also have one extra, so I put in those some dimensions I measured. So let me take that. So I'm going to provide you with that image if you want to. So view image plane, import image. I put it here somewhere. Back on measures. So that's selected. Let's move it down a little bit. And then we have to scale it until it comes close to our piece of geometry. And move it. So the overall width, because of that, because it's not an orthographic picture. So or with we can't focus on that. So I'm only checking the height. You know, the height of that image. So yeah, but it comes very close. So let me turn on X-ray. It comes very close. I'm surprised. Okay, so let's go with a scale of, you know, of that. So I'm taking that background image and put it in another layer as well, and put it to reference so that we can't scale it later on. Now we are ready to go. So we take a look at that image again. So we have openings here. So that opening here is about 11 millimeter. This is about 16, and those are about 7. So we start with that. So for now, I could turn off the grid very quick, and so let's start creating a cylinder. So we leave the subdivisions on the axis at 20, and the height doesn't really matter, but the radius now. So 11 millimeters is a radius of 0.55. That's the one. And then yeah, let's just go in here and from the top view go to face mode, select all those faces and delete them. So that's the one 11, so we need 7 and 16. So let me just hit Control C and then Control V, and then go here under the inputs. So 0.8 would be the 16 diameter opening, and then let's Control C, Control V, just accept that, Control C, V, and then so 0.35. So we get the you know, the 3 different sizes: 11, 7, and 16. Okay, so with that, let's select all those 3, and then say under Mesh Display reverse the normals, and then go to Edge Mode, double click on the border edge, Control E to do an extrusion. Give it just 1 here, and then hit G and do an extra one. Okay, so we're doing the same here with this guy, Control E, just 1. Hit G on the keyboard, extra 1. And again we're doing this with this tiny guy here. So Control E, 1, hit G, and just another one. So I know I could have inserted more divisions and just extruded it once, but that's how I do it. Okay, so now we are using planes. So we'll create a polygon plane and move it here in Y, and V snap it here on that same Y level. Then we scale it up. And then we put the subdivisions to 5 by 5. And go here to the, click on that border edge. Control E, and then hit R, and then we scale it out just a tiny bit. So, and then go to object mode, and let's go to the top view. Select from that guy. Go to face mode. Select all those inside faces here. So we only have that frame left. Let's go to object mode. Then Control D to create a duplicate. Move it here. V-snap it, and then hit R to scale. It's a little tiny bit larger than that cylinder shape. And then Control D, move it here, V-snap it there, and scale it down somewhere about here. Okay, so now we have to rotate the cylinders first. So let's rotate that by 9 degrees in Y. So we can do the bridge corresponding edges here to that frame we created. So 9 degrees, and that one as well, 9 degrees in Y. So let's go in here, select both objects, combine those, go to edge mode, double click, shift double click, and do the bridge, and then just the bridge offset until it looks nice and clean. So doing the same with those two objects. Take care about the shader later. Combine, edge, double click, shift double click, bridge, adjust the offset like that, and do the same here with those two objects, make it one. So combine, go to edge mode, double click, shift double click, and do the bridge. Just the offset. No, just put it to 18 in this case. Object mode, control right click, start surface. Select both objects here, right click, assign existing shader. Alright, so that's a good start to getting those openings into that backside of our synthesizer. But for this video, I think I'm gonna take a little break, and I'll be back in the next one.